Hi guys, it's Rachel. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Today is a tag video. I'm so excited to do the beauty consumer tag. The beauty consumer tag is a tag created by the YouTuber 90s Love Child. I will have her linked in the description box so you can check her out. I was not tagged by anybody that I'm aware of, but I've seen a lot of creators that I regularly watch do this tag, so it really inspired me to do it, especially because of the way I feel right now. I've been feeling really not up to filming today, but I really want to put out content for you guys. So I thought sitting down and just talking and answering questions would be a good way for me to do that without really over stressing myself, if you know what I mean, because today I just do not feel good. If you saw my last video that was a get ready with me, you know that I have a few health problems that are untreated with medication currently, and I'm kind of struggling, so I'm just doing the best I can. That's why my hair is still wet. I'm wearing my glasses. I moved to a different corner so that I could try to diminish the glare of my lenses from the lights, and I think I've mostly got it taken care of, but we're just gonna hang out and answer some questions. And if any of you guys want to do this tag, I tag you, and let's get started. The first question is, how much do you spend on makeup in a month and a year? So I attempted last year to do a low buy of $150 a month on makeup, and I didn't, I kind of gave up at the end of the year, and I didn't do a good job of adhering to it every month, but there were some months I was under, there were some months I was over, so I'd say it probably averaged to that. A year, to give you an idea, last year I did hit Diamond at Ulta, but I did not even hit VIB at Sephora. I was only a Beauty Insider, so if that gives you an idea of how much I spend in a year. I really need to start keeping better track of it, but I'm not a math person. I don't enjoy budgeting, so I avoid those tasks at all costs, to be honest. Question number 2. Do you ever feel guilty about how much you spend on makeup? Sometimes. I work on commission, so I don't have a steady paycheck. My paycheck fluctuates from, you know, it's every 2 weeks, so from every 2 weeks to every 2 weeks, it could be very different depending on how busy I've been at the salon. And sometimes when I've made some makeup purchases off the paycheck that was pretty decent and I felt okay about it, but then I got a suckier paycheck the next time, and I'm like, God, I could have not spent that money on makeup and had a little more food money or something important that I'm a little short on this time because of the smaller paycheck. So yes, sometimes I do feel guilty, but not because I feel guilty because it affects anybody else, but I feel guilty because it affects me, because I'm the only person who me spending my own money affects. I'm not in a household budget situation, if that makes sense. Question number 3. Do you get FOMO related to makeup releases? Yes. If you don't know what FOMO is fear of missing out, and I do get FOMO. I actually wanted to, instead of this video, film a video all about talking myself out of a new release and avoiding FOMO, but then my sister gave me a gift of a new release, so then it was kind of pointless but I'll probably do that with another release I'm tempted by in the future, because I am trying to use what I have and not add to my already huge collection with like repetitive things, because obviously I have like 100 eyeshadow palettes. When a palette comes out that I want, I can probably dupe it in my collection. Number 4, do you purchase or keep items simply because they are limited edition? Rarely. Typically, if something is limited edition, that makes me think, if I love it and something happens, like I run out or it expires or I lose it, I can't repurchase it, and then I'll be heartbroken. So I don't want to fall in love with something limited edition. Plus, having a YouTube channel, you don't want to show off limited edition products because people will be like, I can't get that anymore. Why are you showing that on your channel? You know? So typically I steer away from limited edition things, but if there's like a certain collection that it really like pulls at my heartstrings, I will get it right then, because I know that it's gonna go away, not because like the limited edition factor, but because of what the collection is. Like the Sleeping Beauty stuff I asked for Christmas. I got the face palette and the eye palette for Christmas because Sleeping Beauty is my all-time favorite Disney princess, and I just had to have it. I feel like I answered that question in a really weird way. I hope I actually answered it. I'm so out of it tonight. I'm so sorry. Question number 5. Would you be willing to pay more money for a sold out product online? In my current budget situation, absolutely not. I have a hard enough time a lot of times justifying the original retail price, let alone double, triple, quadruple. If people are gonna buy the product and jack up the prices, I'm not gonna support that. That's scamming people, and that's not okay, and I'm not gonna support that. I don't even think if I like had more money on hand and like could afford to pay like quadruple for a palette, I don't think that I would, because I don't want to support that shady kind of behavior. Question number 6. Do you wish you could spend more or less? That's a tough question. As a YouTuber and as a beauty YouTuber who likes to review and test products and have like the latest stuff for you guys, I do wish I could spend more. But as a woman with one face, and I am not a working artist out there doing other faces, I wish I could buy less, because I get so overwhelmed with what I have sometimes. Like, I went to go to my sister's birthday the other day and she wanted me to get ready with her at her friend's house, and I went to pack a small makeup bag and I was just like, I don't even know what to bring. Like, there's too many options. I was just so overwhelmed. Question number 7. Do you feel compelled to buy something when you see it in someone else's collection? Sometimes. It's usually when I see it in a lot of people's collections, like a lot of YouTubers are talking about it in a positive way, and they're people who share the same taste as me, and they're people whose opinions I really respect, then I will want to get it. There's a few products like that I've like got suckered into because I saw like everybody seemed to have it and they seemed to love it, and I was like, well, I feel like I should have it too. Like the Natasha Denona blush palette, I hated it. I returned it. I did not like it at all, but I felt like I had to get it, so I got it, but then I returned it because it was not my jam. Number 8, do you buy more during the holidays? I think I buy more for other people, but for myself, during the holidays, I tend to buy less because I love giving gifts so much, and I give so many gifts to my loved ones that I really don't have the budget to buy more for myself during that time of year. All of my excess spending is in gifts for other people. So in that way, I do buy more during the holidays because I am buying gifts for other people, and because I'm like the beauty expert as far as my friends and family goes. Yes, I do buy them a lot of beauty products, but it's for gifts, not for me. Number 9, have you ever hidden a makeup purchase from family or friends? Yes, I used to be in a very unhealthy relationship, and even though we did not have a shared bank account, we did not share finances in any way, we were completely independent of each other financially, and we split the cost of everything equally, and I never ever left him hanging. Like, I always paid rent and all of the things. Because it was such an unhealthy relationship, he would still get upset at me for spending my money on frivolous things that he thought was frivolous things. And so there were times I would hide it just to avoid those fights and confrontations, and oh god, I'm starting to feel anxious and horrible just thinking about it. But yeah, there really was no reason, because we were completely independent financially, and I always paid my share of the bills, but he would still get very upset with me with how I chose to spend my money. And so I did hide some purchases just to avoid those fights. Not because I was ashamed of how I was choosing to spend my money, but because I didn't want to get attacked for it. Because that's what it was. It was an attack. Number 10, do you have more than 10 products in your collection that you have not used in over a month? God. Abso-freaking-lutely. I mean, just looking at my nail polish rack over here, like, I have like, gosh, less than 10 nail polishes I have used in the last month, you know? Like, I only have 10 fingers and one face. Like, there's only so much I can use, and I'm a dog groomer. It's a very wet, hairy job, not really suited for lots of makeup, so I don't wear makeup a lot to work. So yeah, there's a lot of products I haven't touched in over a month in my collection. Number 11, have you ever been pressured to purchase something you could not afford or did not need? Yes. I feel like, especially when I first started my channel, well, I've had this channel for a very long time, but when I first started doing beauty videos on this channel back in 2017, and then started getting really consistent with it in 2018, I feel like the way that things were going, new products were what people were coming to my channel for, and I felt pressure to buy new things that I really shouldn't have put on credit cards. I shouldn't have bought so much makeup on credit. I should not have. I don't even really know how how much makeup I put on credit, but it was a lot because I felt like I had to have so many new things in order to drive traffic to my channel, because I wanted to be that first person to put the video up, or one of the first people to put the video up when people are searching on this product. But what I have learned is that even though I may be that first person, those people searching for that review just want to see that review. I have videos, I have at least one video with like almost 15,000 views on it, on a Bare Minerals product that it was like the first review up. I don't have 15,000 subscribers. Those people aren't sticking around. So it's not worth the investment because it's not really growing my channel. And it's put me in more debt than I would like to be in. And it wasn't worth it. But I did feel a lot of pressure to have new stuff on my channel to review and constantly be showing new products and having those videos up first, so that, you know, I would get those first hits. But it's not worth it, and it's not what makes me happy. It's not what I can financially sustain. I think it was something that a lot of people starting YouTube channels go through, and I wish it was something that more people talked about and let you know you do not have to get all of the new releases and review every big launch to grow your channel and to build a community and to have good content. You do not need to dig yourself a hole of credit card debt. It's not necessary at all, and I wish I had known that. Number 12, do you purchase makeup for collector reasons? I already answered this, I think, with the Sleeping Beauty collection, but yes. I don't do it as much as I used to, but there are certain things like Disney. God. Sorry. I don't do this as much as I used to, but there are certain things where I do want to have that item to collect, like princess palettes. I have the Beauty and the Beast palette, the Cinderella palette, the Snow White palette, the Sleeping Beauty palette, the Midnight Masquerade palette. Like, I have a whole princess palette collection, and just seeing that on my shelf in this little corner just brings me so much joy, and I love having that collection, and I hardly ever touch them because it is just a collection for me. Like, they're not, I did not buy them for function. I bought them to collect. But for the most part, I do purchase my makeup with the intent to actually use it, and I do try to thoroughly think about products and whether or not it's something that suits my preferences, something that I will genuinely use, even if I won't use it a lot, because I have so much I can't use anything a lot, but something that I will at least use and enjoy. But like those princess palettes, I will admit those are purely for collection. Occasionally I pull them out and play with them, but I'm gonna keep them forever because they're just collector's items for me. My battery died right as I was answering the second to last question, so I hope it got all of that. Final question, we're almost done. Question number 13. In your makeup journey, have you become less or more consumeristic? And I think that answer is pretty obvious based on previous answers, but I feel I have become less consumeristic, less just buy all the things, and more thoughtful is this something that actually suits my preferences, that I actually will enjoy? I still get caught up in the hype sometimes. For example, the Shane Dawson Jeffree Star collab, I got caught up in that hype and bought the mini controversy and did regret it because it wasn't completely my preference, and I just felt like sort of tricked by all the hype, if you know what I mean. Like, you get so caught up in all that hype that you're really not thinking straight, and afterwards you're like, I didn't really want that. Why did I get that? What the heck? So occasionally that happens, but for the most part I try and really think, is this something for me, or is this just more crap that I'm not gonna use and I'm gonna have to create more waste? And that wraps up this tag. I hope I wasn't too rambly, and I would love to watch your videos if you guys end up doing this tag, so please let me know in the comments down below if you're doing the beauty consumer tag. And again, the creator 90s Love Child will be linked in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you have not already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!